Alright troops, it's your man Chris Scown from Tarot Hack, and here we are with another first play video, and today I'm looking at Disneyland Adventures on the Xbox One. Now, I will confess that this is not a first play in the true sense of the word for the first time. I just got an Xbox One X and installed this on the Xbox One S previously, and literally just loaded the intro to see how it looked. Just so I could compare the kind of frame rate when I got the X version. So there'll be a game save here. It'll probably do a cloud sync and download it, but it should probably just say like 1% or 2% because I didn't really do much. Certainly this first play will go well beyond what I've played of the game so far, so it'll kind of just beyond the intro and not much else is what I've played of this. That said, I've played the 360 version a hell of a lot. This was originally a game called Kinect Disneyland Adventures on Xbox 360, and as you can see there's still an option to play with Kinect, but I don't have Kinect plugged in because nobody does anymore. So they've added controller support to the game for the first time, which is a massive difference. And there we go, this is this old save coming up. Yeah, 1%. Okay, well let's do Minnie Moose. Because yeah, previously, sorry, Pro Gamer always checks the options. Previously, it was Kinect only, so you had to kind of run about using Kinect controls, which was horrendous. It was terrible. Let's put subtitles on. And let's invert the old y-axis. Already is. Well, I should bloody think so too. Right, let's go. Yeah, it used to be horrendous. It was like really difficult just to navigate the park. The big deal about this, let's just crack open an iron brew, is that this is a pretty impressive recreation of Disneyland. The one in Anaheim, I believe. So yeah, they went to really painstaking attention to detail in this park, but then just put a Kinect control scheme on it, which made exploring it an absolute chore rather than the joy it should be. So as you can see, there's your Disney park. Now what I've noticed based on the 5 minutes I spent on it before, the Xbox One S has HDR support as well, even though not really true 4K. This is now true 4K, although I'm only grabbing at 1080p because that's all my grabber can handle. But the HDR doesn't work in this game for some reason. It turns on and it switches to HDR, but it's really grey and dull, as if it doesn't work properly. So this is a non-HDR capture I'm doing. Boy. It's not really choose your face, is it? It's choose your ethnicity. You've got a white boy, black boy, kind of Hispanic boy, and Asian boy. Right, style. Now there was a kind of Celtic style top here I noticed when I first looked at it, so where is that one? There's a boy, close enough. In jeans, please. Perfect. Oh no, hair colour. Fuck's sake. That's the face. Oh, it's a really awkward menu. Oh, so I can change the style still. That'll do. Job done. And that, cool. There he is, the bulging.
Pal, I'm Mickey Mouse. It's great to meet ya. Gosh, pal, I was hoping to get some of my friends' autographs today, but I've been so busy with the Toontown Mayor election that I haven't had the chance. Say, do you think you could ask Donald to sign this book for me? I'd sure appreciate it.
Donald to sign my boys. The problem... It's a shame, but alright, here's the thing. This D-pad thing in the bottom right.
I'm ready when you are.
On the Kinect version, those were the gestures you had to do. So if you put your hand up in the air, like that, you would say hello to him basically. If you put your hands out for a hug, you would give them a hug. It's aimed at young kids, it's partly, so there's nothing
Aw, I like you too.
too dodgy about it. If you do like a bowing gesture, they start a dance, which is quite weird.
What a blast!
Quite. And then if you put your hands out, it's like you're handing them your autograph book and get them to sign it.
Wow, what an honor! Gosh, I bet you're gonna get lots of autographs.
Yours sincerely, Michael A. Mouse. Right, so goodbye.
Thanks for getting Donald's autograph for me.
So my first mission now is to find Donald Duck and get his autograph. Now there's like a orange bar that you follow, which shows you where Donald Duck is, but before I piss around with that, look at the detail here. So this is like your kind of central hub before you... This is like your Disneyland entrance. So the kind of main street, there's your Walt and Mickey statue that you always get at the front of Disneyland. So this is your kind of main kind of entranceway at the start here. The attention to detail is like obscenely good. It's just a shame the frame rate's a bit better in this version than it is in a normal Xbox One, but there's still quite a bit of screen tearing, and it's still not perfect 30, I would say. It's still a bit jumpy, but the detail they've gone into. This is your kind of the front plaza bit.
Throw me away! Will you look at that? Want to see where it goes?
Not yet. So you've got the kind of tram. Although you can't go into all of these, only some of them. It's crazy that they've got all the kind of all the attractions and all the stuff that's there. If anyone's been to Disneyland, they know that a lot of this is accurate. There's a train that people can get on to go around the village, around the park. And you get these kind of tour guides dotted about who talk to you.
Oh, yeah,
Ready for adventure?
loves signing autographs.
Here's a fun fact. Walt loved trains. Even the earliest designs for Disneyland always featured a train going around and around the park. Woo woo! I'll be around if you ever want to hear some more stories about the park. Can I
Cheers, mate.
some park trivia?
So yeah, there's your opening kind of plaza thing. There's the fire department. I don't know what's going on here. It's been a number of years since I played the 361, and I played it for like 7 or 8 hours and then just gave up because the controls were so horrendous. This is infinitely better because you can actually just run about instead of... I'd be knackered at this point if it was on Connect.
Hey,
There's the big man.
see my pal Mickey? Howdy, sport. I'm Goofy. I don't believe we've met before. Way up high.
Let's do the hug. There's like the kind of meta game I like playing in this is approaching every character and trying to hug to see how they react, because some of them are actually quite iffy about it, almost as if they're real people inside and they're iffy about hugging a child, which is quite funny. I think Goofy's fucking not holding back though. Don't worry about Goofy. It's quite...
You're a good hugger.
Steady on, mate. Alright, you can sign the book.
One Goofy autograph for my best Goofy pal.
If nothing else, just to have his name on a register of some sort by the looks of it. Thanks, Goofy.
Here you go. All signed just for you.
Catch you later, bud.
Goodbye. Au revoir. Why do I get the feeling everybody's going somewhere without me?
What's this? Penny Arcade. I'm not sure how you can if you can interact with all of these because some of them kind of glow. See, it's something that you investigate later. Like I say, it's been a while, so I can't remember. Where's Donald? There's a boy.
I'm Donald Duck. Good to meet you. Oh boy, and an autograph book from Mickey. An autograph from me? Oh, your friends will be jealous. I'm going to be mayor of Toontown. Vote for Donald. Better take this book to Mickey.
Wonder if he's much of a hugger.
Aren't you sweet?
Right, that's awkward. Bye.
Don't forget about the book.
Ooh, check it out! Whatever you did made me glow again! Oh, see this bar? That's how much magic we got! Guess what happens when it reaches the top? I don't know, but I sure want to be here when it does!
Alright, mate, calm down. There's Pluto. I'm going to go back to Michael Mouse though and give him the book. Alright, Miguel.
The fireworks tonight. They're gonna be a blast. Wow, you got Donald's autograph. Thanks, pal. But actually, this autograph book's not for me. It's for Goofy. He's been wanting an autograph collection, and I thought it might be nice to help him get started. Do you think you could bring the book to him?
Am I a freaking slave?
Oh, and thanks for giving the book to Goofy.
Right, let's explore the park a wee bit and so you can see what else has got in it before I draw a line under this. So yeah, it's amazing the amount of detail they've gone into. Like I was saying, oh, a bit glitchy there. There's some cafes and stuff, although obviously you can't go into everything. Well, you can still wander about a good wee bit. It's a shame not everything is doable, if that makes sense. Like a lot of it is basically it's what Disneyland would be like if you went on a really weird day where half the rides were closed for maintenance.
Perhaps I should pick some berries later as a surprise for my...
Oh, there's big Captain Hook. Was he saying it?
Captain Hook at your call, my boy. Do try to live up to the honor.
No way, he's up for a hug. I see, he's terrified.
Hook is not a teddy bear.
You know the score, son. You know the
Well,
feds are watching you.
remember, do not feed the lost boys, if you please.
That's good advice because the Lost Boys are vampires.
Oh, cool! Peter Pan!
Big Pete.
Gosh, you're just the boy I've been waiting to meet. I'm Peter Pan. Don't you think this is a great place to visit? All right. Gee, let me show you how to do the secret handshake.
Yeah, he knows the score as well. A sturdy handshake rather than a hug. He looked awkward as hell. Yeah, there's the old horses. There's your Dumbo ride. Real Pinocchio. Now let's do one of the rides before this ends because there are some rides in the game that you can go on, and they've been kind of tweaked from what I've heard. I'm more curious about It's a Small World because it was originally a dance game type thing where you had to follow dance motions.
Gotta go on, It's a Small World!
This one's an absolute cringe though, but I mean less of a cringe now presumably because I won't be dancing. I can't dance with a controller. So I'm curious to see how they've tweaked it. Oh, so it's rhythm action. Okay. This is oddly, this is very, very childish, this bit. It's a cool wee art style, but like it's a small world, like the worst ride in Disneyland.
Yeah! Welcome to It's a Small World, the happiest cruise that ever sailed around the world. On this voyage, we'll see many different places and learn from different cultures. So what are we waiting for? Turn the lever on your boat and let's go for a tour.
Shut up.
And here we are in the dusty plains and rocky valleys of the American Old West. Let's dance along with the children who live here. Try to match their movement.
So in the Xbox version, the Kinect version, you had to kind of dance along. That's not really the case anymore now, you just kind of, presumably rhythm action. Oh yeah, it's Elite Beat Agents in it. Really weird. Okay, we get but this that from what I can remember, that game lasts an eternity, so we don't want to see the whole thing. So another wee wander about, and then I've only ever been to Disneyland Paris. I haven't been to the Anaheim one, but let me try and use my knowledge, my memory of Disneyland Paris to see if I can find Space Mountain, if it indeed exists here, without a map or anything. Now I believe, see it's tricky because I don't know if the layout in Disneyland Paris is the same as the layout in Disneyland in Anaheim, but I suppose we'll soon find out. Now there's Big Thunder Mountain.
We're so happy to have you with us.
So I think Space Mountain should be this way if it's based on Disneyland Paris. So it probably isn't then. It probably is a different layout. Yeah, I thought it would be down there.
Come on, there's the Matterhorn!
That's the Matterhorn, of course. That's a different. That's not even in Disneyland Paris. So that's why it's different.
Should be here by now.
Oh, is that the Beast? The old Beast? There he is.
Nice day.
He's up for a dance, surely.
Bonjour, young sir. It's nice to meet you. I like dancing with Belle. And you.
Steady on, mate.
I don't like goodbyes.
It's cool kind of fan service for Disney fans. I mean, let's face it, it's aimed at children, but it's fun. Do you know what I mean? I had a good time. Like I say, the 360 version, the only thing that stopped me from playing it more was the abysmal controls, and they've now been fixed. Do you know what I mean? It's fine. It's still, the only thing now is like it's a lot. There's a lot of screen tearing, and the frame rate's really choppy. That's kind of a bit to be expected. When Space Mountain will be here surely, Tomorrowland. That's it. Oh no, that's the other one. Space Mountain's down this way. That's it, isn't it? No.
Hello again.
There's the prick. Oh, even Captain EO tributes there. That won't be open though. That was... Captain EO was a Michael Jackson ride, and then he died. They did the Captain EO tribute instead. It's cool that it's still there, it's just a shame you can't go into it, obviously. And there's one of the hidden Mickeys. There's loads of wee Mickey Mouses hidden throughout the park. So yeah, the attention, like I keep saying, the detail's crazy. There's your Stitch prick. Yeah, I really like it. There's a Space Mountain mini game as well, but I'll not spoil that. You can discover that for yourself. But yeah, it's genuinely, if you've got kids, I was playing it with my wee nephew the other day. He's only like 3.5, and I was just kind of wandering about looking at people, and every time you met someone who's like his jaw dropped, do you know what I mean, just kind of sitting there like not saying anything, like watching them talking. You know, there's Buzz Lightyear.
Oh boy, Astro Blasters!
Greetings. I am Buzz Lightyear. Welcome to Star Command, Cadet.
Well.
Displays of affection are highly irregular, but understandable.
Grow up, Buzz. It's fucking 2017. There you go. Disneyland Adventures. I like it. I'm going to be playing more of this. People will mock it. It is by no means a powerhouse, or by no means the perfect way of showing off the Xbox One X. The frame rate is janky. There's lots of screen tear, and the HDR doesn't work at the time of recording. But if you're into Disney and you like your Disney theme parks, it's pretty obvious that the care and detail that's going into this, and now finally people will be able to enjoy it properly without crappy Kinect controls getting in the way. So yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like and subscribe and do all that stuff, and I will catch you on the flip flop. Cheers for watching, guys. Bye bye.
Good to see you.